Right, there's a couple ways to attach learning targets to your assignments. I'm going to start here in the materials section. If I add a new material, and it can be pretty much any of these except for a page, a media album, and maybe a file or link. But if I create just a general assignment and I give it a title and I give it a description, I even attach a Google document to it and give it a due date, and pick a grading period of formative or summative. You may have to make them yourself and weight them accordingly to curriculum's directions. But right here, this is the guy. This target, everywhere you see this blue bullseye target, that's where you're going to click to attach a learning target to any item in Schoology. So I'm going to click that, and under school, you're going to see it broken down by grade level ish, and then I'm going to just go into middle science. Let's say this is science 7, and I have the domains right here, and then inside these domains we have your targets with descriptions. So I can select multiple targets. I can use breadcrumb trail to drop back out, go into another domain and pick some more targets, and then when I'm done I'm going to hit add learning targets, and you can see that those are listed right here. And when we're done, we can hit create. And that assignment now has learning targets attached to them, being graded over here in the mastery grading, which in this demo course kind of looks like this right now. Another thing that you can do is attach learning targets to assessments. That's great. Each question can have targets attached to them. Right now, we don't do it to the whole assessment. It's the individual questions that we attach these targets to. So I'm going to hit create. And in here, I'm going to just keep everything the same. I'm going to jump to the middle part, the questions right here. So if I were to choose, like, for example, the multiple choice, and I'm going to basically skip everything except for going down here to the learning objectives. If I click that, I get to our learning objectives. I'm going to click on school. The new interface looks a little different, but it's basically the same idea. I'm going to jump into middle school, science again. Here's my science 7, and here are my domains. And I can jump in, select some, select some. Oh, that'd be a lot of targets for this one question, but you get the idea. I'm going to hit confirm, and you can see that those are attached to the bottom. If I, well, it's not going to let me save, but you get the idea. If I were to do the same thing with fill in the blank text, down on the bottom, I have my learning objectives. So on the bottom of all of these assessment questions, you have the ability to add learning targets. After you attach learning targets to them, you don't have to do it again. Next year, those are still going to be attached when you pull them over. Lastly, if I did not want to create a material like that and I just want to go into the gradebook, it's just another way of creating materials. I can use this plus button right here. I'm going to hit plus, and I can add any of these items right from the gradebook. I don't have to be in the materials, and these will let me attach targets to them too. If I add a grade column, I can just say, hey, I'm grading something that was done orally or non-digitally, was a formative assessment, and I'm going to give it a 3-point scale right here, and there's my bullseye. So I'm going to hit that, and again I can go into my 7th grade science and pull targets into that assignment that I just created right from the grade book. So that's pretty much how you attach targets to different materials in Schoology. There's not much to it. Yeah, feel free to reach out to a instructional library technology specialist or a Billings technology coach for any one-on-one or customized support. Have a great day.